Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Group Chat. Yet another exciting week. First things first, Donald Trump just sold our country to Mother Russia.
I love vodka. Well, actually, I don't.
Hope you get used to it. Elon Musk has completely lost his mind and went off the rails. And WeWork, the very famous workspace, is now a meat-free dictatorship. You might like this one.
I love it.
There you go. All right, welcome to Group Chat. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Group Chat. I am your co-host, Drama. I am the co-founder and CEO of Young and Reckless Clothing, and also the host of the Short Story Long podcast everywhere where podcasts exist.
My name is Dee Murthy. I'm co-founder of the Menlo Club and a second-class runner that will be coming to a town near you.
Yeah, I mean, you're like the new Forrest Gump.
Yes.
You're just going to run across the country.
Without the mental
thing.
Issue.
Okay, fair. I would argue differently. Where are you going this week? You're going...
I'm going to be in Scottsdale Wednesday evening. Maybe you'll come.
Maybe.
There's a slight chance you'll come.
The problem is that the foundation of all of this, I'm not a good... Like, I got max 3 miles, and in that Arizona heat...
3. Okay. So we're going to run in Scottsdale, Tempe area Thursday morning.
But like what's the Tempe in Tempe, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 108?
It's burning. It's burning. And then Thursday evening, we're going to run San Diego, which I think is also the first day of Comic-Con.
What if I just did San Diego? Is that acceptable or no?
Sure.
You prefer me to be in Arizona?
You should come do all of it.
Yeah.
Think about it. At the very least, do San Diego.
Yeah. Okay. That's Thursday?
There was a fly.
I get it. That's Thursday?
Yeah.
You were trying to just do San Diego. Okay. Well, number one, I just think it's cool that your like commitment level is that's like the real deal. Whether I make it or not, I wish you luck.
I'm sore, especially from Rumble Boxing.
Yeah.
By the way, we talked about Rumble 6 months ago on the pod.
Yep.
And now we finally went and did it.
Team Rumble session. What'd you think?
I really liked it.
Really?
Yeah, and I really liked it because of the experience. First of all, the venue itself is beautiful.
Incredible.
Insane. Yeah. It's like, the reason why Soul Cycle, I remember the first time I walked in, I was like, wow, this is a beautiful gym.
Yep.
And then I walked into Rumble, and I was like, holy crap, they must have spent a fortune on this place. The locker room, the showers were actually usable.
Really?
Like most showers in like gyms, I would never, ever use.
Yeah.
This was really nice.
Did you shower there?
No.
Okay.
I live across the street.
Got it.
And then I walked in, and the bags, the lighting, they had like the DJ setup, but the music was so good and loud.
What's the rent at that place on Sunset and La Cienega?
It's got to be crazy.
Crazy.
Okay, I mean, it's just big space too.
Can I give you my critique? I don't want to critique them after they just comped us a session.
Yeah.
But it felt to me kind of hard. Like it felt like if you were a Rumble veteran, you would just have it down and you'd be doing your thing. It felt the instructions felt a little confusing.
Were you there right before?
Nope,
like
came in late.
What?
Came in late.
That's why.
Okay.
So the first 5 minutes. So they told you to come 15 minutes early because they go over what's 1, what's 2, what's 1, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, all the little combos.
Yeah.
And they say the reason why we ask you to come in early because if you've never done this, we need to walk you through what's about to happen.
Great. I did exactly the opposite. I came in right after that part. So that was my only critique. Like with Soul Cycle, because it's like pedaling to music, it's very easy to understand. Like, okay, just pedal with the beat.
Yeah.
With that, it just felt like a little, and it felt like you could kind of cheat pretty easily. Yeah. Like if you wanted to just kind of 1, 2, like half-ass. And the other thing is I don't love when they split up the classes into 2 different things because it feels less focused, right? Like they're not able to walk around and sort of keep you on track as much.
I mean, maybe what they could do is just have 2 instructors.
Yeah.
Because I like the going back and forth.
They do it well at like Barry's.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why. It just felt a little not focused. But all that being said, I'm still sore. I still think it was great. I see why it works. And most importantly, like the vibe of it, it's going to work.
I mean, it doesn't hurt that the best looking people in the world are there. I mean,
the customers, the
you know
teachers.
What I also really liked about him? First of all, like I remember the first time I walked into a Soul Cycle, they were kind of arrogant and not friendly.
Yeah. They are that way. They're like the supreme of fitness.
They are the supreme of fitness.
Yeah.
Rumble was not. at all like that. Maybe because we know the founders, but even I don't think they knew who we were when we walked in.
Yeah.
So damn nice. Have you ever been here before? Let us walk you through what's going on here. And then if you noticed, the class after us, before us, they were all like hanging out, and the girls and the guys that worked there were like, "Oh, you want a picture? Let us take the picture for you."
Yeah.
And they would just jump in the pictures, and they just, I don't know, it just felt like they just knew what the hell they were doing.
Yep. So do you bet on Rumble or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's going to work. I think the only interesting thing about Rumble versus a Soul Cycle is how old can you be and do Rumble?
I think pretty old.
Really?
Why? Yeah, you're just beating the shit out of a bag.
I mean, I don't know if when I'm like 50, I could do
old
that.
elderly punches, you know, just.
I remember when they said freestyle, I was fighting like I was in high school, and I was fighting for my life. I was like, ah!
Yeah.
Punching
you
crazy.
Yeah, I really think I think you could do that just as much as you could do any other class, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can regulate yourself how much you punch. You
That's
can literally
true.
have two totally different experiences at that place.
Yeah, if you don't push it.
Yeah.
Like the lazy person can have a...
Yeah, Soul Cycle, if you're staying on, or any cycle class, if you're staying on the beat that they tell you, you're dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The girl next to me was punching so hard that I just, out of pure ego, I had to keep up. And she was just like going at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. I really enjoyed it. But I just think, I don't know, I'm such a fan of like the cool... It's a little easy to judge me for this, but I'm a big fan of like the group, high energy, loud music, lights. I like it. It makes you forget that you're in pain.
It's something I was kind of dealing with some family stuff, and I was kind of bummed out, and I went and had that class. I texted my wife right after, and I said, I feel relieved.
Yeah.
And
I don't beat the shit out of something for an hour.
I literally, beating the shit out of something really...
It's a good therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't necessarily need therapy. If you're thinking about therapy, kids, go beat the shit out of something
go to Rumble.
not human first.
Go to Rumble.
Go to Rumble.
And you'll just feel good because you're just around good-looking, rich people, and you're like, wow, this is what...
And in the dark, you're like, I might be one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look good. I looked in the mirror. I was like, yeah,
it's dark enough, and then you're sweating. You're like, man, I look just like you. It's good. Okay, let's talk the end of the world.
Yes.
Donald Trump had a summit with Vladimir Putin. I'm going to be very honest here. I didn't pay close attention to the news, and I'm unclear on what exactly even this summit, what's the goal, what happened?
So, first of all, it's insane to even meet with this guy.
Yeah.
Meaning Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
Considering we're in the middle of this election meddling investigation.
Yeah.
He goes and has a summit that when you talk to like all U.S. congressmen, they're saying that Trump asked for it more so than Putin wanted it.
Is a summit just sort of a public meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like there are closed door sessions and then there's the public end of it. And it's really about two leaders talking about all the issues that are facing. Yeah. So everyone, he went in there, I'm going to just directly ask him, did he meddle with the election? I'm like, yeah, he's just going to admit in front of the world that he did that.
And you were in on it.
Yes.
Come on, man.
First of all, so it is... I'm gonna preface it by like this. I understand why people voted for Donald Trump. I understand if the whole MAGA movement you want to support. You felt like America's lost. You didn't participate in this boom that's happened. Yeah. These ethnic people came and took everything. Okay, let's just assume
ethnics and their technology.
Technology and minorities took everything. Yeah. Let's just assume that's what you believe. Yeah. Okay. That means you're very patriotic. You love America and you love everything we stand for.
Sure, but okay? I hate that connection.
I understand. I'm just saying, I'm walking you through their mindset. Yep. If that's the case, Russia is the biggest enemy of the United States for the last 100 years. Yeah. We had a Cold War that lasted decades. Yeah. There's clearly all kinds of issues the country, like nuclear issues that we face with them. There's such a scary threat to everything United States stand for, which is like this open, amazing democracy, welcoming people, everyone thrives. He's a dictator. Yeah. He's literally the epitome of a dictator and one of the most ruthless, powerful men on earth. And our president is playing into his hands. I finally saw Republican congressmen this morning saying, this is nuts. Because if you fought in wars and stuff, you know what Russia is. Like, if you're a patriotic person, you should be like, this is crazy, literally crazy, that we're even entertaining a conversation with this guy, let alone being like, oh, he's not a bad guy.
Here's the problem. 99, and I'm not claiming I'm better than you guys, but 99.9% of people, including MAGA supporters, don't know anything about politics or about, they know like, oh, Russia's supposed to be bad, but I don't know why. They don't even know. And it's like, don't you think? Because they don't, nobody's standing for anything. Even these congressmen, sure, one or two or whatever have came out, but like, how can you even be a Republican congressman and continue to support something so insane?
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, you know, last week Mueller, I think, said the 12 Russians that were involved with the hacking incident. Like, we're still brushing over the fact that someone outside of this country helped influence our election, which I still think is such a crazy thing happened. And if you're a true patriotic American, you cannot stand for that. I don't care if you hate all the minorities in the world, you hate technology, you hate me, I don't care. But you should at least care for your own country. That this is insane.
And it's also getting drowned in all, like, there's too much news. I don't know. I just
don't see how anybody who supports him for all the other reasons can reason with me on this topic.
They'll just say it didn't happen. They're going to say what he said. They're going to say, no, you dummy. He went to Russia and he asked Vladimir himself. And Vladimir said no.
He went to Helsinki, first of all.
He went to Helsinki's. He went to Hey Slinky, and that's what would happen. They're just going to follow. It's just such a crazy, crazy time.
I don't know.
It is, man. It's so weird, and it's really revealing, like, the lack of sort of true, I think, like, backbone or whatever it is that people will stand on. The thing that blows my mind the most is that the people in government aren't standing up against it, right? They're the ones, to me, whose job it is first.
Yeah, I mean,
but just because you're a Republican, you're going to support the guy because you're a Republican and you want to climb the ladder?
Yeah, and the thing is like, Trump didn't even defend, you know, he didn't even question and be aggressive about the topic of election meddling, which is just embarrassing. I mean, for the whole idea of Donald Trump being president was going to make America stronger in the world power. Over the weekend, he said the EU is a foe, which has been an ally of the United States for so long. Fought along so many wars with us. Then he goes and has a meeting with Trump. And they were joking Putin on CNN right before. He's like, a Republican strategist, he's like, they're probably, Trump's on the way to the airport, like eating caviar, drinking vodka. Like, what the fuck just happened? This guy just made us look good. Think about in Russia, what, you know.
Oh, it probably looks incredible.
It looks incredible to them.
He's making all these. He made. You know the way they probably spun that North Korea meeting. In North Korea. And
even the North Korea, nothing has happened. We haven't gotten any results.
No,
nothing.
We're just gonna forget about it.
We already forget about it.
Yeah, we got the press.
Yeah,
that's all he wanted. He just operates like a cheap celebrity.
Yeah, get the quick hits.
Let me ask you this: what was at the press conference at the end of it? What was there any like? Here's what happened.
No,
or just a bunch of like bullshit.
Yeah, it's all bullshit talk. You know, they talked about Hillary Clinton's emails and all that type of stuff, but they don't actually in person talk about anything of substance. It's like Putin gave Donald Trump a World Cup soccer ball, and kind of, I think he indicated, "Oh, the ball's in your court," type of weird gesture.
Oh, man, he's probably just running laps around him. You know what good old Vladdy's probably saying when he gets back to his boys? Like, whoa, this guy, you know how we thought he was stupid? He's brain dead.
And by the way, Putin is, people suspect he's one of the wealthiest guys in the world. I mean, obviously he's raped and pillaged his own country for many years.
Did you see the Conor McGregor post?
Yes, I did see it. He's a psychopath.
He's a psychopath.
So he posted, because he met Putin.
Putin invited him to the World Cup as his guest.
Wow.
He like sat in his box and hung out with them and then said, "Thank you, Vladimir Putin. This meant so much to me. One of the greatest leaders of our time."
Do you think he got paid to do that, or he's just a moron?
I think he's such a savage. This is strictly my opinion.
Okay.
I think he's such a savage, like, guy.
Okay.
Not, from Ireland or wherever he's from. And am I right? Okay, and I think that he genuinely respects that type of leadership.
So he's like a Donald Trump kind of.
I think he's just he's like a street kid from Ireland that grew up fighting. I think at the core of him, he's not on some like America freedom stuff. He's on some like lead by brute force. I mean, this guy beats the shit out of human beings for a living. I think he respects a
ruthless
leader.
Gangster.
Yeah.
And by the way, this thing has 3 million likes, 44,000 comments. I mean, it's bananas. This whole thing, we're literally celebrating the worst people on earth now.
Yeah, it's a weird time. It's a weird time. We need like a Maya Angelou to just... Where's she at?
What's funny is I was at dinner with one of my aunts last night who's like this. She's very liberal. She donates so much of her time, money to supporting the Democratic Party. And we were kind of a big argument, obviously a couple margaritas in, and about like how is this going to change? And I was like, you need people that are going to go against, you got to play his game. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, we have to stoop to his level. I'm like, yes. Mm-hmm. You're not going to beat him taking the high road on this guy.
Yeah, you need a brutal good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Maya wouldn't have been able to. She's too sweet.
Like, did you watch Sacha Baron Cohen last night?
I did. Where's that on our list?
I don't think we did it.
Oh, okay, great. What'd you think?
I mean, I loved it.
Did you love it?
I'll tell you, for me, it dragged on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking pure entertainment value.
Yeah.
It dragged on.
Yeah.
Right. And that used to be one of the problems of the Ali G show, because he used to do the 3 characters and it kind of dragged on. Mm-hmm. But there were some real gems.
There were some 100% gems.
You could have skipped the Bernie Sanders thing. Because he got nothing out of him.
No, I think that was just because they got an interview with Bernie Sanders.
I mean, the end was the best. Yeah. Because he was like, you know what? How do you get a bad guy with a gun? A good kid with a gun. Yeah. A good preschooler with a gun.
Yeah. And I love that Bernie didn't like...
Crack.
Nothing.
When
I saw him on the screen, I'm like, oh, shit, they got
him. Yeah. But like... I found it to be very funny, very entertaining.
I just wish they didn't do like the jail guy with the pubes and I wish
that has nothing. That was so weak.
Yeah,
that skit was so bad.
Yeah, like I paint with shit and like I get it, dude. But that seemed like an Ali G skit.
That seemed too immature for our times.
Yeah, and you came out so strong on the political stuff. Like, why not just? I feel like he could have really knocked. Like, even for instance, when he was meeting with that Republican family, the husband and wife. I feel like he could have made them look really stupid, like baited them into some...
The woman wasn't getting baited, though.
She wasn't getting baited. The guy was just waiting to take any bait.
Yeah. The woman was like, we respect everyone's belief, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, she's playing it all right. And the guy's just...
They should have tried to do a separate interview with that guy alone.
Without the wife.
Yeah,
because the wife was too smart for it.
Yeah, but then when he just went off too much on like weird, like trying to shock value them, not like... you just had the hype built up so big that you could have done something where it was like, damn, like I'm really revealing how stupid and divided everything is.
The ending was good, though, with all the senators and congressmen just saying to a camera.
Anything. The Cardi B.
Wiz Khalifa. Like, how stupid are these staffers that work for them?
That's what I want. I want that throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
With I want like a white supremacist. I want some crazy like left-wing... freedom of everything person. Like I want everyone to just be like, whoa, we are kind of getting a little crazy.
Yeah, it was fun though.
It was cool. I'm still looking forward to it every week, but I just think the first episode was like, hopefully there's a couple other strong gems.
I mean, whatever, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk World Cup. Yeah. Being that we were talking good old Vladimir and Connor. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched the first half, and then I had the family thing to attend, so I couldn't watch the rest of it. Yep. But it was action-packed.
Really?
Yes.
So I didn't watch it.
A lot of goals. Mm-hmm. It was 4-2 as the final score. I think the Wimbledon finals was also this weekend, which was really fun too. At least the whole Wimbledon weekend was really good. The real reason I wanted to talk about it was... I thought World Cup did something. I think France winning was actually really good. So there's 2 young players on France, Mbappe and Pogba.
Yeah, I saw you post that.
Yeah, one's 19, one's 25.
Got it.
Mbappe wore off-white cleats.
During the game?
Yes.
Wow.
And that to me is such like a big cultural moment.
Yeah.
One of the guys, I don't know how to pronounce his names, I don't want to pronounce it, but one of the French guys who scored when he scored, he ran to the corner and did, apparently it's called the Fortnight Dance when you win.
Yep.
So he did that dance.
Yep.
Wimbledon all week, people were wearing the Palace collab that Adidas did.
Yeah.
These are the cool things that are happening in sports that don't happen in American sports.
Yeah.
You can't celebrate.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't wear some whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's insane. And I think that's why, like, World Cup is just fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like high energy. It's fun. Even Wimbledon allowed Palace and all this other stuff to happen.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, NFL, you scream into the camera.
You're not doing nothing.
You go to jail.
NBA, at least you can wear, like,
whatever shoe
didn't
deal
Nick
you have.
Young wear some Yeezys or something?
Yeah,
once?
you go shoes as long as you can wear whatever you want, shoes, but and socks and this and that. It's just like too many rules.
Yeah.
And you can't like show emotion.
Yeah.
Which I think ruins sports. Sports is, I mean, even as a child when I played, I got excited when we did something good, or I got mad when we did something bad. And if you don't,
I do think that's a big bad judgment call by these sports, by the NFL, by the NBA, by all of them. It's like, why are you trying to make it so clean? Like, even like the perfect example, the extreme example is in like UFC fighting or boxing. I want the people to hate each other. Yeah. Like, I want to see that they hate each other. I want to see that they're like fighting for their lives. And then afterwards, I want them to shake hands and be cool.
Yeah.
But like, you want that emotion. If it's too structured, it just, I don't know. I think that's that's an error in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just thought the World Cup was really fun to watch. I thought, it was really interesting to see those young players become. It's fun to see this kid, 19-year-old kid. He's gonna be the biggest star in soccer. Yeah. I was watching him on Instagram. He was adding like 1 million followers every few hours. Yeah. And he became a global superstar today. Yeah. So he's now the new Cristiano Ronaldo, Leo Messi, all those types of players.
And he was the one wearing the off-white or no? Mm-hmm. Wow.
And he's wearing off-white.
Virgil just can't lose.
And he's French, so he's going to be kicking it with Virgil next week at the Louis Vuitton office.
I mean, they're probably already homies if he already knew. Yeah. Like, how do you know who the new champion's going to be? And he's the one wearing off-white.
Yeah, and they're French
it's ridiculous.
Too, on top
you
of
can't
it.
get like a third-string dude.
And he gets the star.
Yeah.
The biggest star in the world now. So, I don't know. The World Cup was just fun. Yep. I like the energy of like the players. I loved all the culturally, like the Fortnite dance. I saw the people like, oh, it's so stupid. I was like, nah, that's cool. The guy probably plays video games. Yeah. So why can't he celebrate however he wants?
Yeah, people are just haters.
Yeah.
You know, like, fun, bad.
Yeah. Like, what do you want him to do? Like, salute to Putin?
Yeah.
Thank you, dictator?
Yes. That would be yes. Putin or Trump.
Yeah.
Two most supported guys in the world.
And then their prime minister, President Macron, French guy, was in the locker room afterwards, like dabbing with them. He's like a very cool dude. Mm-hmm. But, you know, he just embraced it. Like, screw it. Do you know what it does for a country to win the World Cup when, like, they have immigration issues? And that was the interesting thing. These guys are all immigrants. Yeah. They're stars. They're all African immigrants, most of them. Half the team is Muslim. Yeah. And so they just went and won the World Cup. And in a country that has serious immigration issues that the locals are fighting for because they want, like, bring back our France again. Yeah. And a bunch of black and Muslim dudes brought you home the most coveted trophy in the world for anything. It's more important than Olympics. It's more important than, for most people, this is the pinnacle of life. Yep. And these guys brought it home to you. Yeah. So I wonder what that does to change the cultural kind of mood in the country. Yeah.
I think people really underestimate how much, and this is one of my biggest things about our current state, is people really underestimate just morale, just general morale and what that can accomplish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like now France, everyone's feeling good. Yeah. It's going to change the way people treat each other because everyone is on a high right now. Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Well, meanwhile, we're knee-deep in a tariff war. So hopefully we win that with a scoring goal, a winning shootout. Okay, moving on. Our boy Elon Musk. Yeah. And this is cool because I think we're going to have a little bit different opinion on this. Mm-hmm. Is having a bit of a Kanye moment.
He's out of control.
He is tweeting madness, calling one of the rescuers a pedophile.
So one of the rescuers who lives in Thailand, British guy. Yeah.
He wrote in parentheses, sus.
Sus is a guy that really questioned why Elon Musk was there and why he brought his submarine. Mm-hmm. and said that he's just exploiting and it's a publicity stunt. I would say 50-50. I think he meant to do well, but he's also good at taking advantage of a moment. Like, I'm not mad for his effort. I don't want to like detract people because, oh, people looks like it's exploiting.
Yeah. Because let me just say, one of my things is like, I get it. I get the critique, but I do wish that more people with a platform were involved in positive things instead of negative things. Yeah.
So I agree. I'm glad Elon Musk did whatever he did.
Yeah.
Cool. You don't need to lash out at this guy. You're Elon Musk. You're on the God level already.
Yeah.
You know? And that was one of the commentary is that he has God complex at this point.
Yeah, he's Kanye.
Yeah, and he can't be told that he's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And so he went after this guy and called him a pedophile because if you've never been to Thailand and you see like old white dudes walking around.
Yep.
That's what
9 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's creepy. Like when you walk in the streets and you're like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And they're like holding kids' hands. It's creepy.
Yep.
And so I understand what he means by that, but he doesn't need to be engaging in this type of conversation. And then it gets revealed that he's the largest donor to a Republican PAC for midterm elections.
Really?
Yes.
Today?
It was Saturday.
Who dug that up just in time?
Yes, newspaper reporter. And so typically these guys donate to both sides.
Okay.
You know, Bill Gates, all these people have, because they have to, you know, keep interest. Yeah. But recently, because it's been such a nasty shift in like political warfare, most of those people have backed off and said, we cannot support this current platform. He is the largest. It's not a big check. It's like, you can't write that big of checks to some of these PACs, like $36,000 or whatever it is. But like, you know, he stands for so much righteousness and like, give us a shot, like whatever. It just, he's having a serious PR crisis right now. And
I think he's having a life crisis.
I think he's definitely having a life crisis, and he's going to put his company in jeopardy. Nobody is above their situation, right? Like, it's the same thing with Travis with Uber. He built the most transformational company outside of Facebook, people would say. And look at him. He's got ousted.
Yeah.
Papa John.
Papa John, just get him out of here.
Elon Musk is heading on this track.
Yeah, I would agree.
He has such good intentions, but you can't let your ego and your mouth overrun all the good you're doing.
Yeah, I agree. I guess I don't disagree with you, like, really on this one. I just am such an Elon Musk fan.
Yeah, everyone wants to be their fan, but like, the guy's out of control.
Yeah, I just don't think he understands he obviously doesn't understand the boundary. But he is just not, I mean, my thing is like, how is he able to build a company trying to get us to Mars? You're currently actively digging a tunnel under Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You're still finding time to fly over to Thailand and whatever. You're running Tesla. Like, what is going on? And then you're still finding mental energy to call a guy a pedophile on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
He's losing his mind.
Oh, man. Is he still dating the rock star girl?
Who's the rock star girl?
Grimes or whatever her name was. I think so. He's dating like a young rock star. He's calling people pedophiles. He's flying rockets to the moon.
He's a rapper.
Is crazy. He's like, I'll just say this. Even though he's obviously out of pocket and feeling himself and like, you got to chill out, he's a gift of a human being. You know what I mean? Don't you think?
I just don't. I hate when like guys like him become reckless.
Yeah.
They have a responsibility at this point.
Yeah.
Because he's doing so much good. Like, why can't you just control yourself?
There's something that just destroys people though. Like, you're not meant to be that big. You're not meant to be like doing, you know what I mean? Like, human beings are not meant to stand out that much.
Yeah.
And so like,
everyone has their breaking point.
You got to break.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I can't wait to see what happens, because I do agree. I think that this type of stuff, I mean, pedophile is like a pretty serious. I thought it was really funny that he said, but British expat living in Thailand.
You're going to ruin that guy's life.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Well, we'll see what happens, but hopefully he reels it in,
because
I want him to keep winning.
Okay.
Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah,
Just started.
Yeah.
So explain to me, that's Amazon's just mega sale day, everything on sale. Do you know what type of business they're expected to do?
It's their biggest day of the year.
Is it 24 hours?
It's 36 hours.
Wow.
So it technically is all day tomorrow and then 12 hours today.
Got it.
It'll definitely be their biggest day ever. What's interesting is someone was breaking down all their sales, and their first, like the pre-sale, the hot items are all their own stuff.
Yeah.
Amazon Basics, Amazon batteries, Amazon clothes, Amazon this. I think they're integrating Whole Foods into it in some way too. Yep. I don't know. I'm not too sure how, but the other interesting thing is their workers, their warehouse workers in Europe just striked purposely today.
Wow.
Because they, there's some struggle with like wages and conditions and unions and stuff like that in Europe.
Good plan, warehouse workers.
Yeah, it's a good day to do it.
You want to jam them up.
Yeah, you can't ship next day with no warehouse workers. Wow. They better build those robots quick.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's just interesting to see. I'm sure we'll hear tomorrow they did $50 quadrillion, whatever nonsense number they did.
Yeah.
The vendors ultimately get punished the most because you have to, if you want to move product, you have to give a discount, and they're not giving any concessions to anyone to do anything.
Yep.
So it's
a made up day, right? And they and I'm correct.
And it's not the same day every year either.
Yeah, they didn't even tell us when it was until like a week ago.
Yeah.
Good for them.
And then the other thing which was interesting related to Amazon is they released on TechCrunch the top 10 U.S. companies based on percentage of e-commerce sales. Mm-hmm. So Amazon in 2018 is expected to do $258 billion online.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The next closest is eBay. It's not even close.
What is that?
It's Amazon's 49%.
Yeah.
And then eBay is 6.6%. So definitely.
That's really the gap between 1 and 2?
Yeah.
That's dangerous. Maybe Trump should go to war with Bezos.
Yeah.
That just seems sketchy.
Dude, they're building a monopoly.
Wow. Well, I can't wait to hear the number, because I bet it's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Do you think they don't say the date so that it doesn't affect their shopping? People aren't waiting for Prime Day?
Yeah.
Good for them.
It's smart.
Squeeze out an extra $500 million.
At least. I mean, at $258 billion, you're doing... 750 million, something like a day.
We're notoriously bad at math down here.
Let's say 750 million a day. But that's insane.
Wow. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of dictators.
Yeah.
This seems a little dictatory. Yeah. WeWork, you know the details better than me, but they're essentially saying they're doing some sort of meat ban, or they're not compensating for what's happening?
So WeWork is taking a very aggressive approach and saying that meat actually has eating meat has the biggest impact on the environment.
Okay. So that's what their angle is.
The angle is about the environment. Better than driving an electric car. So they're saying we will not reimburse folks who have company meals who eat meat. They also are going to they're going to stop supplying any meat at any company events.
So if I had a thing and I ordered, would they reimburse me for all the food except for the meat items?
Yes.
Doesn't that seem aggressive? Doesn't it seem like you can only park here if you have an electric vehicle?
Yeah, it is.
And what do you think of
I'm vegetarian, so I love it.
I know.
No reimbursements. I'm doing the same.
Yeah, but your Aston Martin doesn't run on electricity now, does it?
Apparently it doesn't.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that that's an okay move to make?
I think it's aggressive, but if you're trying to make a statement, it's the right move to make.
To me, it kind of almost goes into like, you're almost dabbling in the gay cake maker issue.
But that guy won.
I know, but I don't think it's right. I don't think you should be able to like strong arm like a company.
So they're not saying you can't eat meat. They're saying we're not going to pay for your meat.
I know.
Pause.
Yeah, mega pause. I don't. And for some reason, it's sort of getting into like too heavy-handed to me.
Yeah. Or maybe maybe you did some research and said, look, our best employees are vegetarian.
Yeah.
Fuck the guys who eat meat.
Yeah. But you can't do that.
Maybe that's what they're doing.
What if there's a new like meat eaters? You know, like justice for meat eaters.
Maybe there's
we deserve equal.
What if there was a we work for meat eaters? Meat work.
I think meat work.
And just people that eat meat that want to work together.
I wouldn't search meatwork.com. It might be taken. Well, we'll see what happens. Is there any pushback?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I saw people on Twitter just going nuts.
Yeah, justice for meat eaters. I'll sign up. I'll carry a sign.
You carry a piece of meat?
Yeah, if you're going to reimburse them, you reimburse me too. Damn it. Okay, here's a good question.
Yeah.
Is The Rock doing too much?
Yeah, I was reading about that movie Skyscraper that just came out, and I guess it underperformed opening weekend. I don't remember what the numbers were offhand, but even global sales were a bit down.
Yep. Which
is, you know, he's credited for being the most progressive on social media of any movie star.
Yep.
He, you know, integrated into his contracts the idea of promoting movies and just using his social media power to sell tickets.
Yeah.
My question is, does it, you know, is that enough, or do you need to actually put out great content?
Well, you definitely still need to put out great content. If you're making movies,
Skyscraper looks amazing to me.
Really? It looks absolutely god-awful to me.
That's the type of movie I would want to watch.
I didn't peg you for a Skyscraper guy.
I like The Rock.
I know, but I thought you were in like Central Intelligence The Rock.
I like the...
You like action jumping out of buildings Rock?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not...
I hate that Rock.
I don't like dialogue.
Really?
I can't hear properly.
I like funny but still action Rock.
Like, I watch now with subtitles.
Is that a...
Closed caption.
That's because of your kid, or that's just because you're...
It's mainly hearing related. Like, I can't hear anything, so I miss out on conversation, so now I just read the conversation.
That's like what a 9-year-old does.
Yeah, I can't hear... My dad has this TV so loud at home that I was like, why can't you just read the closed caption?
Yeah, fair. Well, here's the thing. I think... This is what I think. Personally, my like assessment is if you're going for like quantity over quality works in social media, YouTube, that type of content, it does not work in feature films. And I think that like if you're just trying to pack in as many movies as you possibly can, and obviously maybe not judging that you're doing, I mean, it's impossible. It's impossible to do 5 movies a year and they're all really good movies.
But yeah, I mean, I guess the question then becomes, how do you justify it? If you're the studio, do you just give him his rate? Because he's still box office.
Yeah, but I think that you risk that changing. You risk a studio being like, why would I pay The Rock $40 million or whatever he gets per movie if he's not going to guarantee, he no longer guarantees tickets because his last 7 bombed. Yeah. Now you're going to mess your whole rate up. And once that happens, now you're screwed. My argument would be this. Start putting more time. Like if The Rock did 2 less movies a year and had like an insane YouTube, social media, online presence, I would argue that he could almost make the money up still with like the type of brand deals and product he could sell. And that's a place where there is no such thing as being overexposed. He would have to put out 5 vlogs a day to be overexposed. Yeah,
so I think the studios, though, they're going to play it safe and keep paying The Rock because they know they're getting something.
Yeah, but it's just, if it burns out, it's done. If it burns out, it's fucking gone.
I mean, he's probably booked for the next 5 years already.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Well, maybe in 2024.
Fast and the Furious, Johannesburg, it still hasn't come out yet.
But what's your answer then? Do you think he's overexposed?
Yeah, absolutely. I also think the other issue is that I don't think in this day and age you can make any form of content that everybody is going to consume.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when Independence Day came out, everyone went. Old people, young people, Republicans, Democrats, black, white. That's how we all watched Super Bowl.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
That's over. So you can't spend that much money on anything anymore to create because there's not that big of an audience for anything.
So then you have to adjust your budget.
Yeah, you have to adjust your budget and then find people that will play in your budget.
Do you know how much Skyscraper costs to make?
125 million,
Jesus.
and they said the opening weekend was in the low 20s domestically.
That is rough.
Internationally, it did more, but I'm sure the math is lower. You earn less on the rights.
Yeah, you got to lower those budgets, guys.
Yeah, 125
just chill on like blowing up all the buildings or whatever the hell you're doing.
Like if you could bring that movie down to like 60 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everyone's got to take a cut.
Yeah. Yeah, he could keep his rate. You just got to stop making such expensive movies.
Yeah.
And maybe do some brand building. I just wish everyone would do what Will Smith does.
Yeah.
You know, like I wish The Rock had one. I would watch The Rock's.
Yeah.
I would watch Kevin Hart's.
I watched Will Smith do all the dances on his Instagram.
Do you see him wishing Cardi B congratulations?
Yeah, and he had all those random people
so nice and sincere. You know? Such a nice guy. And just up with the times. And... Anyway, well, we'll see what happens. I think that here's the good news. Regardless of if he's massively overexposed or not, he's got a solid 5 or 6 years
of being overexposed.
Yeah, of just raking in cash.
Yeah,
because people don't adjust that fast.
No.
Okay, let's talk Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say Juventus.
Juventus, I think.
Juventus. All right. He left. Who was he with? Madrid.
Yeah,
and went to Juventus.
Yeah, so in soccer you transfer players, and there's a transfer fee, and the transfer fee I think was like $110 million, something crazy.
Yeah, mellow.
Plus you pay this guy his salary.
You could have made Skyscraper or transferred Ronaldo. You choose. Yeah. It seemed like a really big deal, though.
It's a really big deal because he's the biggest star in the sport.
Yeah. Was it weird that he left Madrid? Yeah,
I mean, Madrid's like a powerhouse team to leave, and he's now going to an Italian team that is a good team, but like it's not anywhere near the size of it's like going to a smaller market team. And the interesting thing is he's 33 years old. He's not a young dude.
What's the end for soccer? Like 36?
I think 33 is over in most cases. He's like one of those figures like a LeBron or a Tom Brady that's still like winning at his age. And I'm not a big soccer fan or follower, so I don't know all the ins and outs in terms of that. But I thought it was interesting on a couple reasons. Was they signed an older player, which is a pretty risky move. Mm-hmm. They also paid him, record amount of money to get him. And I was reading a stat, and they said that they sold 500,000 jerseys on the first day.
For Juventus.
Yeah.
Man.
Is it Juventus?
Yeah.
Juventus.
Oh, it's okay. The J's real.
Yeah, the J's real.
Damn it. Well, I mean, I guess I'm not surprised at his like impact. I don't, because I'm not a soccer guy, I can't like personally relate to it, but like he's like the biggest star in the biggest global sport.
I mean, 520,000 units and at $123 a pop.
Where was that, on Amazon?
Where they sell it?
Yeah.
No, I think it's
like a pro shop on on the website. Man.
I don't know, probably on their site.
Well, I read that like they were saying he potentially had like an issue with the coach, or like there was some deeper issue there. Do you know any of that?
No, I didn't. I was more interested when I saw they sold 500,000 jerseys in 24 hours. I was like, holy shit. They're going to recoup.
Yeah, off merch.
Off merch.
Yeah.
Like you're going to sell, if you sold 500,000 in one day, you're going to sell millions of jerseys at $100+ a pop. There's obviously wholesale, whatever the royalties they are. But you could recoup the transfer fee over the next 5 years just in jersey sales. Yeah. And now you're selling out every game. Your sponsorship money is going to go through the roof.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, it worked out.
I'll tell you what, I went to a couple stores this weekend looking for LeBron jerseys. Haven't hit the streets yet.
No, they haven't. There's definitely...
I want one.
Yeah.
Me
too. Get me one.
Okay, deal. Okay, last but not least.
Yeah.
Drake put out another freestyle.
Hot.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm a diehard Drake fan. Similar to Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Almost can do no wrong.
Yeah.
But I just am kind of getting annoyed by like, why are you putting out all these like crazy freestyles and in like Europe or wherever you are? Like, why are you why don't you like us?
You don't like United States America?
Why don't you like why don't you on Hot Breakfast Club?
Because those guys aren't going to give him a fair shot. They hate him.
But what if he says, yo, I'm just going to come into a freestyle, answer these 3 questions.
That's not how they work.
Hot 97. They would do anything. Big boy in the morning. He's a nice guy. Won't ask any of the hard ones. You know what I mean? I'm just confused. I think the freestyles are great. I like the content.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what are these weird, random, one-off freestyles popping up? Like, put these things out. Let me actually have it. Do they have it in good CD quality?
Oh, like on Spotify or whatever?
Go record it. Go hit up 40. Just do that real quick. Like, let me have it. What are you
I like
doing?
it on YouTube. I like seeing the facial expression or whatever. It's fun.
Yeah. It's just starting to bother me. If he does another one, I'm going to be pissed.
His whole thing is like drowning people with content. Yeah. I think that's the strategy.
There's rumors that his deal was up with Cash Money. He re-signed to Universal for, I'm sure, an ungodly amount of money. Mm-hmm. And there's rumors that he already has like another project sort of finished or close.
Another one.
Yeah, we need to try to get some inside info on that.
Yeah. He was at Delilah, Brian told me, Saturday, mobbing.
Really?
Like 100 deep.
Back from the UK?
Yeah, back from the UK.
Enough of freestyling.
Mate.
Yeah. Damn it. Well, we'll see what happens. But I think it's cool. I like watching him. Don't get me wrong. But I just am like, to me, I feel like a bit of I would like more Drake content, like real, either like do an interview or put that out in MP3.
I just don't know who he can interview with that is going to get, because if he does an interview and he doesn't do it with Breakfast Club, he's going to look bad. He
could do another one with, Zane Lowe for beats.
Yeah. Yeah, they pay him a lot of money.
Yeah.
And Zane Lowe will just lob him questions.
Yeah, just, hey, is this okay, Mr. Aubrey? Yeah. Yes, here you go.
Here's a layup for you.
Yeah, just give me the real content. Stop with these weird UK, like, basement freestyles. Jesus. Okay, do we do it?
Yeah.
We did it. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, go subscribe to us in podcast form. Recommended platform would be iTunes, but literally anywhere that podcasts are, we are. We're now doing 3 episodes a week.
Woo.
We successfully did it last week. It was pretty easy.
Yeah.
With plenty of content.
Yeah.
So that was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to do the same thing again this week over on podcast form. On YouTube, continue to subscribe. Leave us comments. Tell us what you thought about the episode. Any questions, anything. We're paying attention. And if you're in Tempe or San Diego, hit up Dee on social media. Get out there and do some hot running. Yeah, some Dee's boiling running. Coming to Tempe. Cool?
Yes.
We did it. Thank you, guys.
Boom.